The concert was over at Carnegie Hall. The maestro took bow after bow. He said, "My dear friends, I have given my all. I'm sorry, it's all over now." When from the balcony, way up high, there suddenly came a mournful cry. "Oh, Mr. Paganini, please play my rhapsody. And if you cannot play it, won't you sing it? And if you can't sing it, you simply have to babla do 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 ah ooh I. Listen, Paganini, we breathlessly await your masterful baton. Go on and spring it. And if you cannot spring it, you'll simply have to bop do da bid do da dee da dee da oh a dee da dee da dee da dee da do. We heard your repertoire, and at the final bar we greeted you with round applause. And what a great ovation, your interpretation of "I never cared much for moonlit skies, I never blinked back at fireflies" will do. Listen, Paganini, don't you be a meanie. What have you up your sleeve? Come on and spring it. And if you can't spring it, you simply have to weep up booba dooba dooba doo. Some Paganini, please play my rhapsody. And if you cannot play it, won't you sing it? If the boys are bopping, ain't no need in stopping. I didn't heard my repertoire, and at the final bar we greeted you with a round applause. What a great ovation, your interpretation. Baba didn't now listen, Paganini, now don't you be a meanie. What have you up your sleeve? Come on and spring it. And if you can't spring it, you simply have to swing it. What's up, y'all? This is Camille Who. Why the name Camille Who? I am a multi-performing and teaching artist. I'm an established songwriter, composer, playwright, choreographer, frontwoman, percussionist, band owner and manager, recording artist, dancer, director, visionary, actress, and kids area coordinator and host.
The reason why I made up that name is because there's so many things that I do that it was tough to just say, all right, I'm just gonna, how do I make it? What do I make? A bunch of websites? I wanted it to all go in one place. So when you encounter me, some people say, hey, yeah, I was working with Camille. Camille who?
And that's usually what ends up happening.
Even across the country, people say things like, oh, I just worked with this artist, Camille.
Camille who?
Exactly.
Or people say,
the drummer.
and they're like,
the drummer. Or, yeah, the singer.
and they're like,
the singer. Different circles, different people have been able to work with different entities that is inside the entity of Camille Who. This is the very first video of its kind. I will be sharing so much with y'all. I'm going to be sharing songs and dances and rhythms and all different kinds of things, really just to get you to know me. And hopefully in the future, I can get to know you.
I am going to be basing this channel and everything that I do really on biblical principle. Just about every video will have a highlight of a scripture in the Bible to authenticate what I do and why I do it.
Would you believe that at a time in my life, and it wasn't very long ago, that I was going to abandon all that I had musically, creatively, because I think I was just tired of the industry itself. And so I thought I was tired of my talent. But then a certain few pastors actually reminded me and pointed me to the Bible and reminded me that I was made for a purpose.
That I was gifted to do something to solve a problem in this world. In fact, we were all created by the Creator God as a solution to a problem in the time that we are born.
So it is really up to us to find that purpose and to really get to work. Really start working toward it, because it's then not a job, it is our life's work. And we feel joy from it. What I found was that I was tired of the industry itself. But I wasn't tired of teaching, and I wasn't tired of encouraging the artist, the budding artist, or just someone who's curious about music and arts and choreography and theater. I wanted to teach students of all ages. You don't necessarily have to be a child,
but students of all ages. I wanted to make sure I taught the ones who are in underserved communities. I wanted to provide information and just a way out, a way out. I want to give back. I found that my purpose is not necessarily for the industry itself. It's more for me to give it back, to share my time and my talent and my treasure to my community. That's where my purpose lies. That's where the problem lies.
Here's the problem that I come across. I come across the fact that there are many children that are just unprivileged. They don't have the opportunities around them. They don't have the option. They don't know that there is an option to, guess what? Really hone in on your craft, do your craft, get your 10,000 hours in, and you'll actually be good enough for people to start calling you to do a gig, to solve a problem. There are a great amount of budding artists and artists that are really just made to be artists. Who don't have the opportunity, who don't have the answers as to where do I even start and how do I get out of this community in order to create create a way. The thing is, we are all very unique. We're made very unique and made to solve a problem for the time that you were born in. I want to make sure that I provide information to my community, really just give them some insight as to why I do this, but also you can do it too.
I would love to give tips and tricks and give advice. So later on, as these videos start to progress, I will open it up for opportunities for you to ask, how do I do what I do? And more things about my journey, but also I'll have consultations. I'll open it up for informational sessions, etc., etc. What are you looking to do?
Are you looking to establish yourself and develop yourself as a professional artist?
Are you a budding artist looking for tips and answers?
Do you need help on how to improve your live performance technique?
Do you need tips on songwriting and choreography? How to be a dynamic and authentic performer?
Or do you simply wish to know more about the entity that is Camille Who? You can check out CAMILLEWHO.com. You'll get a little bit more of my history, a little bit more about who I am and what I do.